Hello. What he's saying hello to. I just hope he doesn't knock the tripod over or we'll have to start all over again. Hope you can still see me. Anyway, I finished but not blocked. I'm hoping it'll go a bit larger. It's just an over top. It's in chunky, so you can't really call it a summery top, although with the kind of summers we have in the UK, yeah, it probably is a summer top. It's got short sleeves and it's got a button on it, but the button looks a bit tiny. I did order some other buttons, to be quite honest, but I think they're the other way, don't you? I think they're a bit big. A little bit on the big side. That's the trouble when you order online. I just wish I had a nice, button shop that was knocking around locally, where I could get things that I knew what size they were when I ordered them. I'm no good with millimetres. I look on the tape measure and it looks quite good, yeah. But, and the other one, so that's going to be blocked out, so hopefully it'll stretch a whole lot. Because most of my things, well, the things that I got back from the Cloud9 were actually all smaller sizes, and I'm finding that, like most people, does help, if I can get it over the top of her head, doesn't it? Come here, dear. Come here, Lady Jane. Most people are what I call normal sizes, but other people call fluffy. Size ladies like myself who like a bit of roomier things. This is a roomier one. You've seen it before, but I've actually finished it off now because I've put the buttons on it now. This is 100% cotton. It is bigger than it looks on her, and I think I showed you it's got the side panels of a different pattern down the side there, but it is quite a roomy one, this one. It's draping nicely on Lady Jane, but it will fit somebody kind of my size, yeah. Well, looking at the state of my hair today, I don't know about treating Lady Jane, no, treating Paris to a new wig. I think I should be wearing it myself. I think her hair will be nicer than mine, although it does need a good brush. It's just arrived today. Obviously it comes from Hong Kong, and it's not hair, as you can see, and it cost me a whole £3.5p. But I just thought she'd have a change. She'd be a little bit darker blonde instead of being the really bright blonde that she is. Trying to give her a bit of a jazz up, for the spring. Anyway, what did I do? Oh, the order came. I'd ordered some navy blue wool, which I think I told you it came out rather, well, it wasn't navy, to be quite honest. It was more like a denim. Anyway, I ordered some more in a crepe, and it is a proper navy. This is for Amy. As you can see, it's only the start. Ooh. Oh gosh, it's only the start bit. The neck bit going downwards, so hopefully it'll be a lot bigger when you see it next time. Hopefully I'll get down to the... Do you like my yarn bowl? I hoover every day, but it's so desperately hard to keep the dog hair away from anything I'm making. And what am I making? Well, I'm actually making the May May. Me and my Doris Cham making the May May. Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I don't really have a lot. Oh, I do have a bit more to show you. I don't subscribe to Simply Crochet. Excuse the fringes, are right messing today. When it gets to the stage where it wants cutting and it wants the roots doing, it just goes all long and sort of droopy. I saw this, and I don't subscribe to Simply Crochet, but I just saw that little top and I thought, oh, my great grandniece. I don't know whether her mum will like it, but I certainly like it. Well, before I got onto this, I actually got my interweave crochet, but it's online, it's digital, so I can't show you. But to be honest with you, there isn't one thing in it that I would make. Not one thing. It's dedicated to being like a wedding edition, whatever you want to call it, but apart from it being a wedding edition, there's just nothing in it. Nothing at all in it that I like. So it's online and it will probably stay on my computer because I'll probably never look at it again. Right, here we go. We've got, I don't know whether these are patterns or whether they're an advert. It's a bit difficult to tell sometimes with these magazines until you get further into the book, isn't it? What we got? We got the usual chit-chatting, you know, on articles, different things like that. Again, it must be wedding themed because you've got roses on a wedding cake, crochet roses on a wedding cake, and crochet posy. And the crochet headband. And for me, dreaded circles. One day I will manage to link circles together successfully, but so far I haven't. I would have to sew them together, I think. Oh, that's the wedding cake with the crochet roses. Oh, and you've got the old-fashioned jug cover, you know, that keeps the flies out of your lemonade. And then you've got some more crocheted flowers in a vase. Oops, losing my top. Well, that's another, like a table setting, just a flower. Oh, it does say wedding ideas. I'm just going to say it's all for weddings by the look of it, yeah. That's another bowl of flowers. And I don't know quite what that is, actually. Oh, it's the jar, it's the beaded jar cover. And they've put, well, they look like stitch markers, actually. They put all the way around the end. Probably to weight it, isn't it? Cushion. All going. It's very floral edition, isn't it? And I think that's an advert. Yeah, there actually was a little free gift with some stitch markers and teeny weeny stitch markers and a tiny little bit of wool, and you were supposed to make these bangles with it. But of course I've commandeered the stitch markers just to use them anyway. I suppose if you were knitting and wearing your bracelet, you could take them off and use them and then put them back on again, couldn't you? Oh dear. Again, we're still on flowers. It says granny power, so there must be granny stitches with flowers in the middle. The fox, I think, is an advert. The mermaid is in the book. Whilst I love amigurumis and I love looking at them, I will never make them because they are too fiddly. Too fiddly. What have we got now? We've got a rug. Eventually we'll come to the pattern that I bought it for. Ruby slippers. Your child wants to dress up. Go down the yellow brick road. Now you see, that's really cute, but again it's an advert. That's the pattern for that. A cushion, I presume. I don't really think anybody wants a crochet tie, do they? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you would wear a crochet tie. Oh, that's just edging on a bought scarf. You put the crochet edging around it. And then you, oops, I have to cover it over because I don't want to give anything away. That's crochet coat hanger and a little heart. Lavender bag it is, I beg your pardon, not a little heart. There's an article on the kawaii, is it pop cuties? I presume they're just little ornaments, those. And eventually we get to what I bought the book for. I'm not sure that my niece would appreciate those colours, but I quite like the the style of it, you know, for popping over a summer dress. My niece is 8 months now. My niece, my great niece, is 8 months. My niece is whatever. I don't know. We shall blur over her age. I wouldn't make it with a ribbon because my niece wouldn't like the ribbon. I'll just put a button. But she would like that if it was more. She's more a subtle shaded kind of girl, you know. I would like the bright colours. I would make it in the bright colours, but for her, I think she would prefer it to have the duller colours. Yeah. And then there's an article about that lady who's appeared all over the internet. The one who made her own crochet wedding dress. She sat on the whatever the equivalent is of the tram in America, crocheting it. It took her 5 months. I mean, if you'd have crocheted it in public transport here, it would have been not very white when you finished it. What's that? Oh, that's a ring bearer cushion, you know, where you tie the rings on when you're carrying them, in case your ring bearer decides to throw them in the air as he's walking down the aisle. We didn't have anything like that. They were just in the best man's pocket. We didn't have anything that fancy. Then there's the usual, you know, reviews about different wools, and different things about stitches, how to do different stitches, crochet essentials, how to do it all, blah, blah, blah. But essentially I really only bought it for the baby cardigan on there. Well, I really don't have a whole lot to tell you, really. Nothing much has been happening in my life. The 2 doggies are fast asleep. The 3rd dog isn't come today, Gigi. That's why it's nice and peaceful. Although at this time of the day, this is when I like to video, because they usually have a nap after lunchtime. Buddy's going home, I think, sometime. Maybe Sunday morning, I think. Maybe. They're having a lovely time anyway. It's a beautiful day today. I should really be outside videoing, but I decided not to bother because it's a bit noisy out there. Somebody's trimming a hedge, so it plays havoc with the sound quality of the video. And it's been very nice today. It's a little bit on the windy side now. The wind's picked up a bit, but it's beautiful. It's supposed to be even hotter tomorrow, but then they've put the damper on it all by forecasting thunderstorms for the weekend. And Gigi's parents are supposed to be going somewhere at the weekend, and I've got Gigi, but they may change their mind if the weather doesn't improve. Anyway, I think that's about it, really. I'm seriously considering wearing Paris's wig for the rest of the day, as my hair is such a mess. The postman's been. He bought me a lovely skirt that I'd ordered. You know, one of my eBay bargains, which you'll no doubt see in time to time. This is another one of my eBay bargains. It's just a little pop-over top that goes, and I've got the beads, the long hobo-y beads. I'm going brighter coloured in my day, although I'm wearing black today, so you can't really tell, are you? But I am going brighter coloured. Anyway, I am going to get myself, well, I've actually got myself a cup of coffee, but it's gone cold. And I'm going to nip off into the garden now while this is uploading. Try and catch a few rays before it goes in altogether. So I shall see you all soon. Sue didn't come this week. She's probably got her work schedule's probably wrong. She works strange hours. She's a carer, and so her hours are all over the show. So maybe I'll see her next week, and then maybe we'll, you know, if you follow her in GibbyYarn418, she's put the bags up on her video of everyone's logos. You know, there's Bob Wilson 123, we've got Zoe, 24 karat crochet, TGI, thank God it's Friday, we've got, that's Erin's, and there's another one. Who was the other one? Oh, well, you have to look at Erin's video to find out. Hopefully. My logo apparently is causing problems because when they tried to put it on fabric, the logo was about that big, and so it was looking like a mess, you know. So hopefully, maybe there might be some bags with my logo on if they manage to sort out the issues with the size for the fabric. They will be individual because they're being individually made, because you have to get the fabric printed up specially for you with the logos on. So they are quite, you know, one-offish. Well, not one-offish, but, you know, they'll be unique. I mean, obviously, hopefully there'll be more than one made. But they won't be mass produced. She does each one separately. So that's that. And what else was I going to say? Oh, Lion Brand have brought out a video. It's on Lion Brand's site. It's also on my Facebook Urban Gypsy site. I put the link to it with the you know, the plus sizes. There's 2 crochet sweaters and there's 2 knitted sweaters, and it's a little short video of that, which is quite nice when there's some nice larger size lady things that don't look like frumps, you know. They're not like bell tents. I don't know why they seem to think because we're bigger that we want to hide under a great big moo-moo, you know. I mean, I know I don't have much of a figure, but I want to show a bit of it off, you know. Make a, you know, an asset of my boobs or whatever. Skirt over the waist that I don't have, you know. It's just one of those things, isn't it? There was another thing I was going to tell you, but it's gone out of my head. Absolutely flown by my head. Which is not hard, because these days my brain is, I don't know where it is. Some days I'm on the ball, I'm with it, and I'm all that, and other days I don't know why I got up, you know. You maybe suffer the same, I don't know. I call it like brain fog, brain fade, whatever. And I'll sit there sometimes and I find myself, I've drifted someplace else, I don't know where I've gone. And I've put my crocheting down like that and I've sort of nodded off, you know. Oh, the joys of getting older. I used to laugh at my auntie when she used to say, I'm just having 40 winks. I used to say, auntie wake up, auntie wake up. And now it's me going like that, you know. In fact, I was just doing 40 winks before the postman rang the doorbell, and you know you jump out of sleep and your heart's pounding and you don't know where you are. And I'm going to the door like a wild woman, like with the hair fringe stuck up on end, you know. It's a good job he's used to me, the postman. Anyway, I think that is all I want to say. So instead of flapping, instead of faffing about, I will just say goodbye.